Hey creatives, in today's video I want to show you my currently favorite art supplies for plein air, urban sketch, the one I bring traveling and just when I go out in the afternoon to draw in these beautiful summer days. Specifically, I want also to show you these travel brushes dual tip by Fuumuui. They sent me to test and try, so I'm gonna compare them and tell you my opinion about them. As always, this video is not sponsored. They actually didn't even ask me to make a review, so this is just me that wants to make a clarification about the differences and tell you my honest opinion. For the new one in the channel, hi, my name is Luigi, also known as illustrazionidilut, a physicist and self-taught artist, and in this channel I'm talking about art supplies, drawing, painting. If you like this kind of stuff, consider subscribing the channel. So after jumping back to the camera to show you my favorite supplies and compare these travel brushes with the one I already have, I will bring you out with me and have a little plein air session to actually test them on the field and finally give you my thoughts. And here we are with the full collection of my travel brushes. Quite a small one, as you can see. That's why when Fuumuui contacted me, I was quite happy. So before I forget, they also offering a 10% discount plus worldwide free shipping if you use my code, also getting to support my channel this way. I will leave down in the description below in case you are interested in the end of the video. Browsing to their website, I was kind of confused. It's one of those websites with plenty of products, plenty of brushes as well. I found in particular interesting the dual tip travel brushes. So they comes in this way, but they comes in two sets that looks almost identical, or I would say identical from outside. That's why I labeled them. I asked them what's the difference, and they offered to send me both of them so I can take the chance to show you what's the actual difference, and you can decide what is better for you based on your usage. So both sets have these 3 dual tip brushes. That means 6 brushes in the size of 3. They both come with this nice leather pouch protecting them when you are outside. Main difference is these are all synthetic squirrel, as I labeled them. That means it's synthetic hair that imitates squirrel, that imitates a very soft watercolor brush. That's the point. They comes with a detail, fine tip, and flat tip, medium size, round, let's say mid-large size of 10, dagger, mid-large size of 8, round, mid-size of 6, and cat's tongue 4 size. I'm gonna compare this also with my other brushes in a moment. Here you have a ruler so you can figure it out the size of 18 centimeters long. So it's a bit longer than all my other travel brushes here, and these other sets, it's a bit more particular. They branded as watercolor and gouache, sable and synthetic squirrel, so it's a mix of natural sable hair and synthetic squirrel imitation ones. As you see already, one of them is defected and I already told them they will contact the production. Basically, the cap is not screwing correctly, is coming out. So this one has extended point tip, I will show you in a moment, round 10 tip, so the same as before, flat 7 tip, so the same as before, feather flat 7, cat's tongue is the same inches, but it's actually the same if you compare it, and dagger as well. So basically the main difference are these feather flat and the extended. Hello, it's the future me, and the battery of my microphone was completely empty. That's why I kept talking for like another 15 minutes about these brushes, but I have to voice over. And I will quickly sum up the main points I was highlighting during this. So you see me comparing these brushes by Fuumuui with the one I already own that are from Temu and from Escoda Prado I bought recently, which are both point brushes. You see the size is quite comparable as well for the flat ones that I have from Holbein here. Let me flex the fact that I bought directly in Osaka showroom by Holbein. One tricky part I noticed that is maybe a design problem is that this part in the middle is quite thin and sometimes it's hard to open the right side of the brush. So if you actually want to open one side, it's better to tight both sides quite well first, and then you can open the right one. And here on my sketchbook, I show you what all these brushes can do. So the Plein choices of brush strokes you can get. And now while I'm talking, I show you directly the comparison between the flat brush from Holbein and the flat brush from Fuumuui, the Skoda brush and the point brush tip from Fuumuui, and all the other special tips there are. So I already used quite a bit these brushes. I paint a couple of things, and I can say that the flat brush from Holbein is softer for these specific brushes compared to the flat brush from Fuumuui, and the two flat brushes, actually, the one in the synthetic squirrel is kinda harder compared to the one in the sable and synthetic squirrel, which is slightly bigger because of the brush themselves, the brush hair. While if I compare the point tip brush of the Fuumuui to the point tip brush of the Skoda Prado, then the Skoda Prado is kinda harder. It's more feeling of a synthetic, real synthetic brush and not a squirrel brush. And that's actually something I personally prefer, because when I'm painting plein air, I need quite more control on my brush strokes compared to when I'm in studio painting. But that's just me, that is not the biggest fan of extremely soft brushes. So this kind of brush imitates quite well, I would say, a real squirrel brush. Highlight of the specific sets, the synthetic squirrel one has a round number 10 and number 6 and a flat number 6, plus the detail number 2, which are extremely useful, while the second sable and synthetic squirrel set has this feather flat tip, which I just show you, and the extended point, which is not my favorite, but also a flat number 7 as well as a point number 10. Alright, now talking about other travel art supplies I'm obsessed with at the moment, this pencil case by Kokuyo called Neokrit's flat version is actually so slim and lightweight that can fit everything inside, and is designed to fit even the longest stationery. There is a front pocket for a eraser or a phone like mine, which is small, and 2 pockets inside where you can order your stationeries. It's resistant and waterproof, and it even fits Tombow markers and as well as Sennelier brush pens, which are the longest stationery I suppose I have. Tell me if you want to know more about that in the comments. Something I just bought in the shop is this Hahnemühle cup for watercolor painting. But what I want to test with you now is to open it partly and fill it with water and see if this cup is actually waterproof. Because that would mean I don't need to use my own water when I'm painting outside. And last but not least of my travel supplies I'm obsessed with at the moment is this sketchbook by Lightwish. I already reviewed extensively in this channel, as well as their 3D watercolor palette. I bought this transparent pocket inside so it can fit extra supplies, and as you see, the Fuumuui brushes match very well with this sketchbook. So now I will be packing everything and bring you with me on a plein air session, but something else I want to show you is how I fit all these gouache cakes by Caran d'Ache in this tiny pencil case, metal tin case. This is super portable, and this gouache cake activates quite easily, so I hope I will be painting more gouache outside. So I reached a garden nearby with my travel kit, and I was surprised to see that the Hahnemühle collapsible cup was completely waterproof. This is such a game changer for my plein air session, because I was waiting for something like this for a while and I never thought about it actually. That means I don't need to use my own drinking water when I'm painting outside. And I'm bringing with me all my kit in this small backpack. I have my brand new Japanese pencil case and the Lightwish sketchbook set. I love the weather in this period. It's quite chilly today. I would say 23 degrees maybe. I know I'm very lucky in this period of the year to have these temperatures. And I love sitting under the tree and listening to the sound of the wind between the leaves. It's such a relaxing experience. I use some tape to cover the holes of this ring-bounded sketchbook by Lightwish. Otherwise I will always forget to not go with my painting too high on top of the paper. And I'm starting by using the flat brush number 7 of the Squirrel and Sable set of Fuumuui brushes. I actually noticed that I have much more control of my painting process, particularly in the first phases when I'm using a flat brush for watercolor. I like these sketchbooks because it helps me to paint out of sketchbooks. That sounds weird, but I struggle a lot to paint out of sketchbooks, and this one can be easily removed and cut out the stripe on top to make a single painting out of it. So in the end I have the feeling of painting on a sketchbook, but actually I can get a single piece out of that. So I believe here I switched to a smaller point brush, number 6. And then I wanted to try a different shape. So here is the feather flat is called. It's in the Sable and Squirrel set. And actually I found it quite interesting to make some small details. I think it's more thought to be specifically for the fur of animals, but here also look quite nice, I think. It gives all this painting more illustration vibes, which I was not able to reach otherwise, I believe. Before giving you my final thought about these travel brushes, I want to use them also with another technique, specifically gouache, to check if they are really mixed media versatile or they are too soft for that. I'm using for this specific case these gouache cakes that are from brand Caran. They are not that easy to activate even if you spray a little bit in advance, so you will need to rub a bit with your brush to get some paint out. I'm starting by using again the same flat brush number 7, and it's quite a large one for the main strokes in the beginning. I don't use that much point brushes with gouache, I prefer flat ones. My main problem when I'm painting out, but in general, tell me if the same for you, is that I tend to use the same single brush for the whole painting. I switch to another one only when I really cannot achieve what I want. Guess I'm just too lazy to change brush. I forgot, by the way, the white tube of gouache, so I'm using the gel roll pen and a little bit of gouache that I had in the watercolor palette for the clouds, but as you see, I couldn't reach a high contrast. So summing up, my experience with these Fuumuui travel brushes was good. From the price point, they place around €30, which means €5 per brush, or €10 for a single double tip brush, which is honestly a good price, considering also the leather pouch in it. My Escoda Prado in Spain cost me €15, if I remember correctly. But I believe that's a more expensive brand in general. From design point of view, there are a couple of things that could be better, such as the opening in the middle. If I have to choose between the two sets, I would go for the synthetic squirrel one. Highlights of the other set are definitely the bigger flat brush and the feathers flat. Tell me in the comments your summer 2026 travel supplies you're obsessed with, and I thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!